Hey guys, Ian Lauer here, and today I want to talk to you about change. And if you know me, you know I love cars, especially older cars. And also, if you're watching this, you're probably old enough to know how to drive a manual transmission. Or maybe you didn't, but you at least know what they are. You've seen them. They were commonplace in our day, right? Well, why do I mention that? The reason is, when you drive a manual transmission, you have to change the gears yourself. You start off in first, you work your way up. This is a 6-speed, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way to sixth. And when you start off in that low gear, you put a lot of power and torque to the wheel, you get going, and then as you increase speed, well, first off, I should say that first is good for low speeds, like 0 to, say, 20 or 30 if you're really getting on it, right? And then you just run out of gears, so you have to shift gears so you can go faster. Well, you work your way all the way up to 6, and you're cruising along at 80 miles an hour, everything's good. But then you hit a hill and a challenge, so you have to downshift. You go down to 5th or 4th to give the car what it needs to get up the hill. Now, why do I mention that? Well, our body and our training is very similar. We start at the base, we start at first, we get going, you pick up steam, you work your way up through the gears, and everything's going well. Change is happening in the body. But then something happens. You hit a hill, you hit a rough spot, and you have to change your approach. You have to change your gears, and so you drop it down to the 5th, you drop it down to the 4th. Now, you may not be progressing as quickly as you like. You're not going as fast as you were when you were in 6th gear, but you're giving your body what it needs to continue to go forward. Now, there's also another gear in this T56 transmission, and that's the R. And that does not stand for race. That stands for reverse. And unfortunately, sometimes you just have to back up, reassess, throw it back into first, and start all over again. Now, let's say you're taking a journey across the country, which I did recently. You put it in reverse. You don't leave it in reverse. It's just long enough to get back where you need to go, face the right direction, then you put it in first and you'll work your way up through the gears again. So, you'll have setbacks. That's life. We all have those. Could be a pull or a strain in a muscle, and next thing you know, you can't do that exercise for a while. You just have to work around it. That's just the way it is. And I will say, the longer you've been driving a manual transmission, the more you understand and learn how to just shift the gears instinctually. And the same thing goes for our bodies, right? You've been around long enough to know when you have to work around something, but you can continue to make progress forward. And then on those rare instances where you have to throw it in reverse, that's okay. Back up for your 20, 30 feet, whatever it is, put it back in the first gear, and give it up.